Ever wonder what habits might be silently destroying your brain? Brain health is paramount to our overall well being, but some of our everyday habits might be wreaking havoc on this vital organ. There are silent destroyers lurking in our routines from the morning coffee we drink to the late night screen time we indulge. It will be delving into five of these habits that could be causing more harm than good. So let's get our thinking caps on. Are you ready to find out which habits you need to stop right now? Sugar, the sweet destroyer of your brain. Yes, folks, it's true. The sweet indulgence that we often give into can be a silent saboteur of our brain health. How, you ask? Let's delve into the details. Sugar, while it tantalizes your taste buds, wreaks havoc in your brain. It's like a Trojan horse sneaking past your defenses and causing damage from within. Sugar fuels inflammation, a silent yet destructive process that can impact your brain health. It's a catalyst for a chain reaction of damage, leading to diseases like depression and dementia. But that's not all. Sugar is a master of disguise, a wolf in sheep's clothing. It can hide in your favorite drinks, snacks, and even in so-called healthy foods. The key here is moderation. Be mindful and limit your sugar intake. Because remember, your brain is your command center. It deserves the best care. Next time you reach for that sugary treat, remember what it can do to your brain. Too much of a good thing can be bad, especially when it comes to caffeine. Now you might be thinking, but I need my morning coffee to get through the day. And that's okay in moderation. But when caffeine consumption becomes excessive, it can have some adverse effects on our brain health. Picture this: caffeine is like a group of party guests in your brain. A few can liven up the atmosphere, but too many can cause a ruckus. Excessive caffeine consumption is associated with a shrinking brain. It's as if the party guests are tearing down the walls of your house, reducing the space where your mind thrives. It's important to remember that moderation is key. Enjoy your morning cup, but resist the urge for multiple refills throughout the day. Consider balancing your caffeine intake with water or herbal teas. This way you can maintain the part in your brain without letting it get out of hand. Remember, when it comes to caffeine, less is often more. In the digital age, screens are everywhere. But what toll does all this screen time take on our brains? It turns out that our love affair with screens might not be so innocent after all. Spending extended periods glued to screens via your smartphone, laptop, or television can have detrimental effects on our brain health. Studies suggest that excessive screen time, defined as over 3.5 hours daily, is linked to increased risk of anxiety, depression, and addiction. But that's not all. It can also contribute to physical health problems like obesity and ADHD. The reason our brains weren't designed for this constant barrage of digital stimulation. This habit of overexposure to screens can overwork the brain, leaving it exhausted and less able to focus on important tasks. It's like running a marathon every day. Sooner or later, you're going to burn out. So as we navigate this digital world, it's crucial to remember that moderation is key. It might be time to think about how much screen time you're really getting. Sometimes it's not what we do, but what we're exposed to that harms our brains. Let's delve into the fourth brain destroying habit: toxic exposure. You may be surprised to learn that seemingly harmless things in your environment can be silently wreaking havoc on your mind. Take mercury, for instance. This potential toxin is found in certain types of fish. Consuming them can introduce this element into your system, suddenly affecting your brain health. Another unexpected source of toxins: gum disease. Yes, that's right. The health of your mouth can directly impact your brain. Gum disease can lead to inflammation, which in turn increases the risk of depression and dementia. Even the products you use daily might be a source of toxins. Before your next shopping spree, consider scanning your personal care products for toxicity with apps like Think Dirty. Moving on to the fifth destructive habit, the comparison trap. We're all guilty of it: scrolling through social media, comparing our lives to the highlight reels of others. This comparison can breed discontentment, anxiety, even depression. It's a toxic cycle that can have severe effects on our mental health. So what can we do about it? Awareness is the first step. Recognize these habits and exposures for what they are: potential threats to your brain health. It's not just about changing our hands, but also about being aware of what we expose our brains to. So what have we learned about the habits that are destroying our brains? We've delved into the pitfalls of sugar, the dangers of overindulging in caffeine, the risks of excessive screen time, and the toxic substances we should avoid. We've also uncovered the mental health challenges presented by the comparison trap. But let's not forget, we have the power to change these habits. We can choose healthier options, engage in beneficial activities, and foster positive social connections. Remember, it's never too late to start making better choices for your brain health.